Craig Melvin has become a familiar face in millions of homes across America. As co-anchor of NBC's Today Show, his warm demeanor, grounded perspective, and natural charm have made him one of the most trusted figures in morning television. Whether he's reporting breaking news, delivering heartfelt interviews, or sharing lighthearted banter with his colleagues, Craig embodies the rare ability to connect with audiences on a deeply human level. But behind the polished smile and steady voice lies a story that very few expected. Recent reports have revealed that Craig's health has taken a serious and unexpected turn, one that has left fans, colleagues, and his loved ones holding their breath. For viewers who have relied on Craig to bring them the news each morning, the thought of him lying in a hospital bed is both heartbreaking and surreal. Even more striking, however, is the role his wife, Lindsay, has played during this deeply challenging chapter. A respected journalist and broadcaster in her own right, Lindsay has stepped into a role that no career could ever prepare her for, that of a tireless caregiver, a steadfast companion, and the anchor holding her family together in the storm. Before diving into the crisis at hand, it's worth remembering who Craig Melvin is, not just as a journalist, but as a man. Born in Columbia, South Carolina, Craig's path to national television wasn't one paved with privilege or guarantees. His work ethic, integrity, and relentless commitment to telling real stories carried him from local newsrooms to one of the most iconic television platforms in the world. Viewers have seen him cover everything from presidential elections to deeply personal human interest stories. He has never been the kind of anchor who hides behind a desk. His strength has always been in his ability to listen, to empathize, and to reflect the emotions of those he interviews. That same compassion, ironically, is now what so many are sending back toward him. Because when someone like Craig, who has built a reputation on resilience, faces a health crisis, it reminds us all just how fragile life can be. Lindsay has built her own impressive career as a sports anchor and reporter, covering Olympic Games, NASCAR, and some of the world's most defining sporting moments. But today, her most important role is not on television, it's by Craig's side. Sources close to the family reveal that Lindsay has refused to leave his bedside. She has cleared her schedule, stepped back from professional commitments, and poured every ounce of her energy into ensuring Craig feels supported and loved. Nurses and doctors have reportedly been moved by her presence, holding his hand during difficult nights, whispering words of encouragement, and reminding him constantly that he is not alone. It's said that Lindsay's strength has transformed Craig's hospital room into something beyond a clinical space. Amidst the monitors and medical staff, she has created an atmosphere of warmth and hope. In those quiet, tender moments, love itself has become a kind of medicine. Lindsay is known for her professionalism, her poise, and her tendency to keep her personal life private. But in recent days, that has changed. In a rare and emotional statement shared with close friends and eventually making its way into the public sphere, Lindsay broke her silence. Her words were simple, yet powerful. Craig is fighting, but he is not fighting alone. She thanked fans and colleagues for their prayers, acknowledging how much their love and support mean during this unimaginable time. For a woman who has built a career on sharp reporting and objective commentary, her words carried something raw and deeply personal, an open window into the depth of her devotion and the seriousness of Craig's condition. For many, her message became more than just an update. It became a rallying cry, a reminder of the power of hope, community, and the unbreakable bonds of love. The news of Craig's health struggles spread quickly, not only across NBC, but across the entire media world. His colleagues at Today were among the first to respond. Hoda Kotb, Savannah Guthrie, Al Roker. Each of them expressed in their own heartfelt ways just how much Craig means to them, both as a colleague and as a friend. Fans took to social media in droves. Messages of support flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hashtags emerged as viewers shared personal stories of how Craig had touched their lives through his reporting, his empathy, and even his light-hearted moments on morning television that had lifted spirits during tough times. For someone whose job has always been to tell other people's stories, it was now Craig's story that was uniting people across the country. What struck many observers most wasn't simply the medical reports, but the moments between Craig and Lindsay. Doctors and nurses have spoken quietly about the way Lindsay leans close to him, speaking words of reassurance. The way Craig, even in moments of weakness, musters faint smiles when he hears her voice. The way their hands remain clasped, as though the act itself is a lifeline. These moments have reminded everyone watching, from fans to colleagues to strangers, that even in the darkest of times, love remains the most powerful force. Craig and Lindsay's marriage has always been admired for its balance of two successful careers, shared values, and their devotion to their two children. But now that partnership has been revealed in its truest form. Two people bound not by glamour or success, but by resilience, unity, and unshakable devotion. As the story continues to unfold, something deeper has happened. Craig Melvin's health crisis has forced many to pause and reflect, not just on the man himself, but on the larger truths his journey highlights. The fragility of life, the unpredictability of health, the importance of family, and perhaps most importantly, the reminder that even those who seem strongest, the ones we see smiling on our screens each morning, are not immune to life's hardest battles. In many ways, Lindsay has become the public's anchor in this moment. Her willingness to step forward, to speak honestly about Craig's fight, has not only reassured fans, but also given a voice to the quiet strength so many caregivers embody. She has shown that love is not passive, it is active. It is sitting by a hospital bed hour after hour. It is holding on tightly when uncertainty looms large. It is sacrificing one's own needs for the sake of another. For countless people watching, Lindsay has become a symbol of resilience. Despite the gravity of the situation, there are whispers of hope. Those close to the family describe Craig as determined. Even in his weakened state, his will to fight is unmistakable. His doctors remain cautious but optimistic, pointing to moments of progress, moments that suggest his story is not yet finished. For fans, these glimmers of hope are enough. They continue to send prayers, letters, and heartfelt messages, believing that if anyone has the strength to overcome such a trial, it is Craig Melvin. For years, Craig Melvin and Lindsay Czarniak's story has been one of professional success, balance, and quiet devotion. But today, their story is being rewritten. It is no longer just about careers, television, or fame. It is about resilience in the face of fear, about the strength of a wife's love, about a family navigating the hardest chapter of their lives with courage, grace, and hope. No matter what lies ahead, one thing is certain. Craig and Lindsay's story has already become a powerful reminder to us all of the fragility of life, the strength of love, and the miracle of human resilience. What are your thoughts on Lindsay Czarniak's incredible strength during this emotional time? Does her devotion reveal a side of Craig and Lindsay's relationship the world has never truly seen before? Share your reflections in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you've stayed with us through this heartfelt story, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we share updates on Craig, Lindsay, and other powerful human stories from around the world.